fancy, you know. I was pissed off that they didn't play the Alice Cooper song, you know, like "Feed My Frankenstein." It's fucking bullshit. Like, "Feed my Frankenstein," you know, like. It's like at the end of Hellraiser 3 when they played, you know, when they played Hellraiser 3, they play the Motorhead version of Hellraiser from Black Sabbath. Kind of ruined the whole movie, but it was bad anyway, so I guess it didn't ruin anything.
A while since I watched Hellraiser 3. What was that? Hell on Earth?
That was the title. Yeah, that's the one. There was like a girl with a cigarette. Like, that was the Cenobite. She had a cigarette that she put in her neck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That was Terry. I remember, like, I'm one of those people, I'm very, how do you say, very on the spectrum when it comes to certain actors and stuff, but I remember that was Terry, and she was really cool with a cigarette, like, "Hi, I'm sorry I burned the toast, and, you know, I'm sorry I burned the egg." It was just, yes, you get the idea.
Yeah. Hellraiser 3, definitely almost as good as Del Toro's Frankenstein. Hi, welcome to Demon Toast. This is the podcast, you know, of Deathwish Poetry Magazine. We talk about gothic and horrific literature. We're also really good singers. And, yeah, hi, I'm King Loke, your host. We've got CA and Adrian, two of our co-hosts, and we have a special guest, John Dimes, who goes by Dr. Sarcofiguy.
Yes.
Cool. And as much as I really want to talk about The Hamburglar, we're actually here to talk about a movie I've been waiting, I think, 15 years for, right? Fucking Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I didn't think I'd ever see this one. Like, years back, this motherfucker he announced Frankenstein, a Hulk TV series, The Hobbit, Pacific Rim, all these movies. There's more. And Hellboy 3, and he didn't do any of them. Instead, he did Pacific Rim and The Shape of Water, which is okay by me. I mean, Shape of Water is one of the most beautiful love stories ever told, but I was really excited for his Frankenstein. You know, Frankenstein, the 1930s movie, with Colin Clive and Boris Karloff. That's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Frankenstein movies. There's a lot of things with Frankenstein in them.
We should talk about what everybody's first iteration of Frankenstein was. Mine was Young Frankenstein. That was the first introduction. My dad loved that movie and had me watch it. I don't remember what age I was, but that was my first introduction. And since then, you know, I've seen plenty of other adaptations and read the book. But what about everybody else?
I think my first was Frankenstein, A True Story with Michael Saracen and Leonard Whiting and Jane Seymour. As a little boy, it scared the fuck out of me. I mean, when you look at it now, it's like, John, how could you be frightened of that gothic soap opera romance? But when you were a kid and you haven't seen somebody get their head yanked off their body, that gets to you. That gets to you big time. And my mom had to talk me through it until finally, when I watch it now, I'm like, I giggle because I'm like, you know, once you've seen something like what was it? My other favorite Frankenstein is Frankenstein Must Die with Peter Cushing.
Oh yeah, that's one of the Hammer ones.
Yeah, the Hammer.
That's the one that Paul Naschy watched that he loved.
That's right. We talked about that.
Yes.
Really?
That was Paul Naschy. That's
you love Paul Naschy here. Yeah.
Frankenstein Must Die is the jam. That's such a. I mean, Peter Cushing's an asshole in that. He's wonderful.
I know.
Wonderful in that. Yeah.
Peter Cushing as Frankenstein and
Christopher Lee.
Thank you, Christopher Lee as Dracula. That's it right there. You know?
Right. Well, even Christopher Lee as the Mummy is pretty decent. I thought.
Oh, I just watched that movie. I like that movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, like it's kind of chintzy looking, but I don't give a fuck.
I mean, anything from the 60s with all that like Technicolor blood is gonna look chintzy. Yeah.
It's just that, like, with Hammer, like, they have high production value because they often shoot in real castles because it's, you know, Europe. And but, like, with the Mummy, they had to build sets. But I don't care. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with chintz, you know? What are you calling chintz? Listen, I was told there were two guys here.
It's out. He
sorry.
got it.
No.
He literally got it, CA.
I don't know what's going on. Listen, Alf came to live here, so he might appear a few times, you know?
I'm sorry, CA. I found it for him. It's my fault.
He's not a
You
puppet.
got an
He's real.
Alf puppet?
No,
How old
he's-
is that thing?
He's
I don't
welcome
know.
anytime.
It's
Alf
from
is welcome.
1985.
Where did
Oh, I
you
love
find
it.
that?
Hey, unlike most people, Melmacians shrink as they get old.
My favorite thing was the Alf cartoon, right?
Yeah,
So
good
the Alf
show, right?
cartoon-
Everyone hates it, but I thought it was okay. We didn't have Scrappy do it, at least.
The thing about the Alf cartoon is like they're playing
Someone else is
baseball.
old enough to know.
They're playing
All right.
baseball, but it's called Booyah Baseball on Melmac.
Good job, Alf. You fucking derailed the conversation. So,
That's okay. Keep doing it.
I didn't do it. It's Alf. He has a mind of his own. So, yeah, I think my first Frankenstein was most likely. Fuck. What up? You know what? It was. I don't know what this is. Maybe John. Maybe you know. It was
Yes.
like. Gosh, I don't know how to describe it. The car from Knight Rider was in it. Maybe it was a Knight Rider movie. I don't know, but it was like a time
Wait.
travel thing. It was like Frankenstein Lives or something.
Wait, the Knight Rider car?
I think you killed him.
I don't know. I watched a lot of trash, even as a child. So
The only time I saw something vaguely like the Knight Rider car in a movie was called The Car with James Brolin. Did you ever see The Car? Dude, The
Is that
Car.
the 1960s movie?
No, 1973, 74.
Oh, never
something like
mind. I
that.
don't even know what you're talking about.
Baby, you gotta see The Car. You gotta see The Car. If you
It's
want to have a
so
car
it's so
collection
bad, but
of...
it's so good.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
we're all
Oh, even
about
The
that
Car
here.
laughs. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what there was a car with Frankenstein. I do
All right,
have.
I don't know. It was a weird low budget time travel movie. I may have I may be confabulating the Knight Rider thing, but I assure you I saw it.
Okay.
Now I also did read the book at a pretty young age. It was one of those like abridged versions for kids.
Right.
So yeah.
I have never read Frankenstein. I read Dracula, but I never read. I read Dracula when I was 11, 12, something like that. But I never read Frankenstein. Never. Still haven't. I mean,
It's my favorite book.
yeah.
Yeah, that and the Neverending Story are tied. They're on the same level, but for different reasons.
Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, like for instance, when you watched, I'm sure you watched the Kenneth Branagh Frankenstein.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
According to what I understand, that's about the closest to the actual story.
It's the closest, but it's so badly done.
You feel like it was badly done? Well, I mean, watching Kenneth Branagh with muscles was like, I got distracted by that, I guess.
You're not wrong there. And Helena Bonham's hair, I feel like her hair is how I feel inside. Just her crazy Helena Bonham Carter hair.
For someone can probably correct me, but like the whole Frankenstein creates a woman out of a murdered woman who's close to him. I think it might originate in that movie because I have here the Junji Ito Frankenstein manga. It's
you
brilliant.
like Junto Ichi? Oh,
Of course we do. We're
genius. Jesus,
yes, he
that
is.
guy.
Well, this is a work of genius. This is one of his best things.
Really? Oh, I gotta read it
He's
now.
Maki because it's Frankenstein. But like, you know, my point is that he does a similar thing where it's not Elizabeth, it's is her name Justine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The girl that you know, the maid.
Okay.
It's Justine Moritz, I believe. Yeah, she's the one. The monster brings her head. He's like, "Here you go," because they need a head. In this book, the monster is a laughing, snarling, evil fiend. You know.
I gotta get that. I didn't know he did. I love
But this
that.
kicks ass. Yeah, come talk about it with us on the episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
my.
gonna do an episode about that too.
Literally,
Yeah, she-
specifically
Oh, well,
about the Junji Ito. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's
The
great.
man is a genius. Oh my god. I bet
Agreed.
you that thing was incredible. Oh my god.
It's pretty fucking good. There's backup stories too, but yeah, getting back to the point. The Kenneth Branagh is sorry, this happens. No, but
That's
seriously, the Kenneth Branagh, I want to say I like it, but I don't. It's full of embryonic fluid. It's full of wide-eyed. Like the movie can't slow the fuck down, and when you get to the monster and it's Robert De Niro and he looks terrible, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work for me at all. I think it's dreadful, personally.
After watching whatever the fellow is in this new one, after watching his rendition of how those
Yes.
very same ideas and themes of like where he says, if you don't satisfy my need, then I shall obviously do all sorts of harm to you.
Yeah.
Watching
What was that line?
Right
That
out of
line
the
was
book.
so. The line was so good. He said I will something my rage, and what is the line?
Right.
Shoot, I hate it. I hate that I
I
can't
didn't write
remember.
But
But
you
it
know
was.
what I'm
I've only
saying.
seen it the one time, sadly.
When he
I
delivers
know,
that
it was
line,
such
I
a
felt
good
that
line. I got chills.
I felt that because when Robert De Niro did it, I was like, that's cool, you know. But when the guy did it in this, it was because all the torment that this poor fellow went through, he was like, fuck around and find out, and he gave it to you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That
You
part,
know,
where, that part where they're in the ice and Victor pulls out the TNT and the monster takes it and he's like, "You better pray this ends me, for I shall come for you after." And it blows up like visceral. Fucking awesome.
wasn't that? I was not expecting because I was at first I was like, is it going to work? I wonder if it's. I mean, obviously, you know it's not going to work because there's still more movie left. But I was like, will this work? Will this work? And it didn't. I mean, this movie was just like. I mean, it's like I watched it and I was like, Guillermo del Toro does not know how to make a bad movie at all. At all. I mean,
Well, yeah.
God, which movie are you going to tell me you thought was bad? Hit me with it.
I'm not a big fan of Crimson Peak.
Oh, this movie was nothing but like the next door neighbor to Crimson Peak. I kept thinking that Frankenstein was going to go over. I thought Frankenstein was going to go over to Crimson Peak and go, yo, man, do you got any sugar? You got any sugar? By the way, your walls are bleeding, yo. Your walls are bleeding. Well, I'll let you get back to it. Bye. Love you. Mean it. Bye.
It had great production value, but like I just felt like, you know,
Crimson
dragged
Peak is
on.
my jam. Oh my God.
Adrian likes it too. Adrian loves
Jessica-
it.
So pretty. The
Chastain?
costuming. It's the costuming.
It is
and
gorgeous.
The gothic atmosphere. But
And
you know,
Jessica Chastain, when she's got that, when she's feeding Miss Thing the bowl of oatmeal, and she scrapes that spoon against that bowl, you're like, would you like more? I'm like, genius. That's my jam. That's my sorry.
No, that's okay. That's why it's not just me talking. Like
Strong
Thank you.
opinions
I have
are
terrible taste at
welcome
times.
here.
Thank you, because there are parts of Crimson Peak that I do absolutely just
Yeah.
adore.
I
Oh,
like the
yeah.
end. I like when Hiddleston becomes a ghost. That's cool. You know.
You know what? He was,
I know.
Yeah.
He's dreamy.
We love him.
when she stabbed him in the face, I was like, not the face, baby. That's his money maker.
He's TV's Loki. How can you hate Tom Hiddleston?
Adrian, did you tell us what your first iteration was of Frankenstein?
No.
What was yours?
It was Monster Squad. When I saw Monster Squad, and that is part of the reason I think why I loved this Del Toro version. Because the creature has so much heart. It was Monster Squad, and you feel super bad for him. Like, he's precious and he's focused. You know, like it was everything. So the heart in that kind of, I guess, upped my sympathies for the creature anyway. And then reading the book, I've read it like, I don't know how, probably too many times.
A lot,
Right.
yeah.
A lot. I've read it a lot.
I feel like the monster, like, people tend to have a soft spot for him because, you know, if you watch the 30s movies, like, he's just this tragic character that he can barely talk in the second one, you know? And, like, you have all the Hammer movies where they don't even have the you know, the classic Frankenstein monster until, like, that one movie, and it looks terrible. And, like, Monster Squad was looking back at those classic movies, like, hey, this guy is barely a monster. He just looks like one. So, yeah, he's, like, close to the little girl and stuff, you know?
Yeah. I do think that's why Frankenstein's monster is so beloved by so many people, because he's a monster against his own will. Right? Like, he never wanted to be made. He never wanted to look that way or have, you know, all of this stuff going on with him. And so, and really he's just like, there's a phrase my kids and I use whenever there is any creature of any kind in like a movie or a show that is supposed to be scary, but we think it's cute. We always say the phrase, he's just a little guy. And
He's a nice
that's how I feel about like Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. He's just a little guy. Like he's humongous, but like he's just a little guy. And that's how I feel about Frankenstein's monster. You know, like he's just a little guy. Like he didn't ask to be like this.
I need a little love too, guys. You know, my show got canceled. I came all the way from Melmac in a plastic bag, traveled first class here, U.S. Airmail. Yeah.
We're gonna revoke your elf privileges. One more, 0 more. Get out. You're going to jail next time.
It's not my fault.
I love the fact that fucking thing just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's you know, it's funny when you're not running the show, I guess, you know, like I have to deal with this shit. So yeah, I agree. The monster is sympathetic. He's tragic. This movie does a really good job of that.
Very much.
Compared to the De Niro one, he sounds like a child. All he knows how to say is Victor. You know, his creator's name, his daddy's name.
It really pissed me off that with all of his genius and all, I mean, with a lot of people, we grow up with these fucked up backgrounds. I'm not speaking for myself, or I don't know any of your backgrounds, but sometimes you sit there and you go, you're a part of this cycle of bullshit, and it really, they did such a fantastic job of showing somebody so out of touch with the reality of himself, because everything that his father did to him, like for instance, obviously when he was learning about whatever the circulatory system, whatever Charles Dance was asking. And he says, "Oh no, son, we're not going to hit you in the hand anymore. Vanity is in the face." Boom. Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, dude. Oh, okay. I'm going to fast forward to the thing that I hate the most about this movie, but is a great part of the movie. I hate Deathbed Confessions with a passion. I hate when I thought that scene was exquisitely done, beautifully done. It's just that it pisses me off that people only know how not to be an asshole, knew they were an asshole just when they're about to die.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
That's the thing. Like Victor himself is so, what's the word? Impatient and arrogant. Like he doesn't stop. Like active listening is learned, right?
Right.
So he's sitting down with his monster that he's created, and he's like, "Victor, yes, good. Now say Appalachia." Like he's trying to get the monster to say more things, do more things, learn to count, and he's like, "Victor." He's not taking what the monster's giving him. And you have that wonderful scene where Elizabeth is like, "Hey, maybe that word is his word for everything." And Victor has like a moment where he's like, No. Like he can't even consider it because
Well, he didn't think of it.
He didn't think of it, but the monster's not a person to him. It's his project. It's his art. He can't wait to show it to the symposium.
Yeah. That symposium scene, that whole scene where he basically did the biology frog with the electro thing was amazing.
With the Spirit Halloween prop in the back, that was great. Yeah, it caught them all.
I was not expecting that. I was like, oh. And then the other stuff that it wasn't expecting. Sawing foots in front of me.
Yeah.
The last time I saw that was on the TV show Hannibal, where all of a sudden you see the foot, and the next thing you know, you're salivating because it's like, wow, Hannibal made that foot look really good.
Good.
See, the reason why I love that Guillermo del Toro, like, I love the way he did this movie, to be honest with you. Like, and one of the things that I love that choice specifically, like how intense some of that filming was and the direction behind those choices, because it really, really actively demonstrates that Victor is the monster. Like, you see him doing monstrous things. And, and then so how later on, it comes out that, like, you're the monster. And it's like, yeah, we saw him being a monster the whole time, every step of the way, really,
Yeah.
There's a theme of children being abused by their parents, and then going further than their parents in not just cruelty, but also in ability, right? Like, you have Charles Dance, who's horrific. He's terrible. He's terrifying. He's worse than my mother was. He's hitting him in the face. He's cruel. He's cold. He's distant. He's nasty. And he favors his younger brother. And then Victor grows up to be, this aloof, weird, mad, crazy guy who creates life and can't give it the grace to lay in a bed. He just chains it up like it's a dog, or even worse, I wouldn't chain my dog up like that,
Yeah.
And then you have the monster who, he goes through some stuff and he becomes this vindictive, nightmarish nemesis, really, almost, whereas Victor becomes like, he isn't just a doctor. He's now creating life. The monster himself is almost like a deity. He can't be killed. He's indestructible. Yeah. At the end, where he's like, "Bring me Victor." He's like Yahweh in the book of Jonah. Where he's like, "Bring me that man, and I won't." If Jonah is thrown into the waters will calm.
Yeah. I mean, good Lord. I don't know if you ever watched the movie. Let me rephrase. I know you watched the movie Nightbreed.
Of course, the Clive Barker.
Yeah, and the point of that movie was obviously the monsters were the heroes, and I actually came away from Frankenstein going, this monster is definitely my hero. He became wise enough to say, after watching those hunters with the wolves, going, apparently this is the way the world works.
Right.
No matter what, these wolves are just being wolves. He was basically saying there is really no evil. It's just wolves trying to survive and these people trying to survive. But unfortunately, if you are different than these people, all you're going to end up getting is destroyed in the process. And I sat there and I was like, damn. And so from that point forward, I was crying my eyes out. Because, like you said, he is a metaphor embodied. Like you said, he's like a godlike creature embodied, and nobody but Elizabeth can appreciate the purity of him, the just that, the
humanity.
He's more human than anybody in the whole flick,
Yeah. And you're right. Elizabeth is the only one that connects with him at all.
Because she likes butterflies and insects and shit like that,
I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know. My issue with that was that, like, there are certain things about the movie that bothered me. Like, I felt like Oscar Isaac was a little miscast. He seemed a little too old, and he was a little hammy.
Did you ever see him in Ex Machina?
So we were talking about that.
Yes. Literally what I said.
Yeah.
I have really bad facial blindness, so I forgot he was in that. And my boyfriend, who hated this movie, I can't believe it, he hated this movie. He was like, the fact that he was such a bad Frankenstein is weird because he already played that character in Ex Machina. So, yeah, he was good in that. He was great.
I thought that he was. I thought that. Okay, out of all the times I've ever seen him play a villain, like when he was in X-Men, whatever X-Men movie, I was like, oh, X-Men Apocalypse. I'm like,
oh, that's right. He was barely in that.
He was terrible. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault, but I love Jean Grey. But the point is, he was really perfect at being this erudite nutcase. I thought he did a good job. I was surprised. He's pretty much like Mark Ruffalo to me, where I'm often very surprised of the performances I see out of Oscar Isaac.
Right.
Well, I thought he was. I thought he was great.
You liked him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I did recently hear him compared to like those Spanish telenovelas, the little series. That's what I've heard his Victor being compared to.
Really?
Is that a
all
good thing?
day today online?
Because of what?
The really hammy Spanish soap operas.
Okay.
So your mom,
So okay, so a lot of people kind of feel like I do. I mean, I don't really care what the common man thinks, but you know, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my newsfeed was today. It was all of these comments comparing him to like soap operas.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It kind of also the movie lends itself to all of the things that Guillermo del Toro likes. He obviously also likes the Universal
Yes.
monster
His
pictures,
favorite movie. He said this a few times, is The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
and which is basically Shape of Water.
Yes, which I think is his greatest movie. You know,
Pan's Labyrinth is my.
Pan's Labyrinth is fucking great. That was the first one I saw. Yeah.
He should have got an Oscar for that, but Shape of Water, I was like, dude, you did it. You made a great movie with the creature from the Black Lagoon. You got an Oscar for that, and you deserved it. I was like, holy
Again,
God.
one of the most beautiful love stories ever made.
By the end of that movie, again, gushing. Just like if I was like Tammy Faye Baker wearing eyeliner, it would have been like all down. Just yeah.
I cried many times watching that movie. I don't cry a lot during movies. That one got me.
But this Frankenstein had me bawling. I was like,
Yeah.
leave that handsome monster alone. Yes, he's got a few scars on his face, but he's hot.
He was very human. They made him very human, you know? Like, you felt like, yes, he's a monster, but you felt like he was a man. You were like, ooh. Until you saw him, like, pick up a wolf and rip its jaw off and throw it across the cabin, and you were like, oh, yeah, that's right. He's a monster, not a man.
He is a monster. I will say, here's the thing. The first part of the movie, I felt like there were parts of it I liked, but the stuff with William is glossed over. William is a big part of the book. In the book, the spoilers for a 200-year-old book here, you know.
Yeah, seriously.
In the book, you know, they do the, you know, Victor Frankenstein creates the monster, and he's horrified by it, and he runs away like a little bitch and falls asleep, and then the monster just kind of blunders out. He goes back home, and he's all happy, and his little brother, William, he's a tiny little child, he's out playing, and the monster comes on him, and he tries to talk to him, because the monster can talk in the book, from the beginning. And William starts screaming, and the monster grabs him like, no, don't yell, and he kills him by accident. And then he puts his locket into the maid's pocket, and they accuse her of killing William, and she's put to death. Right. And Victor goes out looking for the monster. He's like, motherfucker, why did you do this? And he's like, I didn't mean to. Listen, all you gotta do is make me a girlfriend, and everything will be great. So where I'm going with this is that that's the first arc of the plot of the book. In the movie, William is barely in it. He's not used at all. It's glossed over. And Elizabeth, who is Victor's bride, the monster takes his terrible vengeance on Victor in the book. Because Victor does make the woman in the book. He makes her, and the monster's out the window going, he's all excited. And Victor's like, oh God, his face is horrifying. They're going to have babies, and I will create a race of monsters. He destroys it. And the monster's like, he comes through the door, and he's like, I'll be with you at your wedding night, motherfucker. And then he kills Elizabeth. So in this movie, William is engaged to Elizabeth, right? And none of it goes anywhere. Like, William's barely in it. The father choosing to love William more. There's no payoff for that. And even that weird guy, the Christoph Waltz guy, I don't understand why that subplot was in the movie. You
know what's weird about anything? Anytime, you know, I actually agree with you about Christoph Waltz. It was like, he's only there for the money.
He ruins the
It was super irrelevant.
Frankenstein's tower should be a place of solitude, depravity, and like, you know, dilapidation. But there's Christoph Waltz yelling about his syphilis. Like, get the fuck out of here!
I confess that I do agree with you about that. But damn, it's Christoph Waltz.
And I love him. I love him so much.
It's not like when Del Toro had to put Ron Perlman in Pacific Rim, and he got a little cameo, but he was like the coolest fucking dude ever, you know?
Because
it's like if you put Tilda Swinton in something as simple, like Tilda Swinton will show up in a Wes Anderson movie. I loved, what was it? Atomic City? Was that what it was? Asteroid City.
Android City with Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah, and I sat there and was like, well, there's really no need for her because Tilda Swinton is Tilda fucking Swinton.
Right.
Tilda fucking Swinton.
But I have to agree with you. Yeah, the Christoph Waltz thing and the syphilis, and they even did that for laughs, where it's like, I want you to put my brain inside of the monster.
Like, what are you talking about?
And the look in the face is like, no.
It wasn't built up at all. It was just
really crazy.
I'm in the middle of
It reminds me of the movie
something.
Victor Frankenstein, where there was a similar weird guy in the symposium. I don't know. I didn't even understand what was going on in that movie. I mean, that's a bad one, but you know.
For which one? Which one?
Victor Frankenstein with people. I don't remember who was.
It
in
had Daniel Radcliffe.
Thank you. Yeah, him.
And James McAvoy. That's who was in it.
Really, McAvoy was in that? Okay.
Yes.
It was a stinker. It wasn't.
It was really bad.
Adrian, by the way, your hair is very cool. Are you trying to do like a bride thing?
No, I just put it up with a couple bobby pins. I could only find 3, so I just made it work.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
good.
Because I'm that chick.
I love the truth, plain and simple.
Like,
Girl,
it's
I ain't had no barrettes or nothing, so I just let it do what it do.
Like,
it's not a do, it's a whoop-de-doo. There it is, right there.
So yeah, no, but seriously though, I did feel like that first half was like, it was kind of uneven. I felt like Mia Goth was wasted, and then we get to he's telling this whole story to the guy in the ship, which is in the novel, yes, but in the movie it almost feels like a joke. It's like, wait, he started with his childhood?
Do you feel like perhaps it is not necessarily, it's only because it's coming from his point of view? Because you notice that the tone is obviously different from Victor's point of view, and then when you get to the monster, to the creature's point of view, you notice how I changed from monster to creature's point of view, where the creature's point of view is plain and simple and real and touching and less crazy, because the monster, okay, creature is, his story touches you immediately. Victor's story is like, dude, you're a dick. You're a genius, but you're a dick. And clearly you're making yourself look better. You're making yourself feel like, oh, I was so put upon as a child. The creature was a disappointment. Because I know what you're saying in terms of the tone, but I feel like it's sort of like, what was that movie where everybody said, again, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Where everybody said, well, the story is told from the point of view of that rock guy. That's why everything is so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you see
That's certainly a take.
I guess there's a part of me that goes, Guillermo del Toro, I'm going to protect everything.
No. I was talking more about like Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, that's definitely a take. That's a brave thing to be defending him on my show. On my show.
No.
I hate that.
I'm not
Thor's my
defending
favorite.
the movie.
I am wearing his hammer right now.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The only my takeaway from Thor: Love and Thunder was the only thing that had me laughing, despite the fact that I was not enjoying the goats.
Yeah,
the goats was good.
The goats
was good. The goats was good.
Yeah, Thor should always have pet goats. He has goats in the mythology, and they should be screaming like goats. Yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder, terrible movie. Unlike that, Del Toro's Frankenstein though. So yeah, here's the thing. At the part where Victor tells the story up to the creation of the creature, and then he busts through the door and he's like, "You've heard his story. Now hear my story." I loved that, but it made me laugh because it was so absurd. It was like, he just told his whole life story. Now the monster is here for war, and he's going to tell his story. It's like,
it is a little silly. It's also like, how did he know that that's what Victor was doing in there, like telling his story, like, because wasn't he out on the ice?
He came to kill him. He came to murder him.
It was a little funny, but hey, it's cinema. It's Hollywood, baby.
I don't want to agree with you, but yeah.
Hey, listen. I say these things from a place of love. I love this movie
Pure
to
love.
death.
Yes.
And I mercilessly you gotta understand, I sit and watch like Thundercats. Like, I
love Thundercats. I haven't seen the new version. I haven't seen the new version of Thundercats.
I haven't seen it either. We're getting there. But I'm just saying, like, I like things not despite their flaws. I love them for their flaws.
But we
see.
still want to talk
is
about those
wonderful.
flaws. We still talk about it because it's fun.
We talk about them. I don't bring it up as a bad thing. In fact, if this movie was so I said this to Adrian before we saw it because we were living for this movie. I said, listen, Del Toro's in a place that Lucas was in when he made the Star Wars prequels, where he was big, he was established, and no one was gonna fuck with him. And Netflix was like, here's all the money in the world. Go make your stupid Frankenstein movie. And he was like, and I was like, it might be overindulgent. And look at its runtime, you know? Look at Christoph Waltz, you know?
What was the runtime for the movie? Because I wasn't paying attention.
It was long.
Was it
What
2
was it?
hours?
It was like 2.5
Over.
hours.
It was more than 2.
You know what? I just
watched
didn't
it in-
feel like it.
It didn't.
I didn't see it in theaters. I watched it via Netflix, and I watched it in 2 settings. I literally watched part 1 and then went to sleep and watched part 2 the next day. I broke it up, but yeah.
Okay.
This is definitely a movie you watch in shifts. Although I saw it in the theater, so I don't watch the whole
saw it
thing.
in the theater, and
Yeah.
we were, and like the only time I ever felt the passage of time in a movie was Lord of the Rings, the first one, and where I was like, how long am I in this fucking place? And I think that movie, what, 3 hours?
I think for me, it was the Postman that Kevin Costner did that was like so fucking long.
Yeah,
That was the
that's
longest
Kevin
movie.
Costner, though. Kevin Costner can make 5 minutes seem like an eternity. I hate him.
Oh my god.
I do want to say that in this film,
Go
Del
ahead,
Toro, I feel like borrowed a lot from the creature, even look and style wise, from Penny Dreadful. Like
with the hair.
the hair.
So, okay,
Yeah.
we should
all of-
probably underscore the fact that much like Spider-Man or Transformers or any other immortal property, the same story gets told a lot, and there's only so many ways you can do it, right?
Yeah.
And I liked Penny Dreadful until they start doing seances, then I turn it off.
Oh my god, that seance scene with that puppet? Holy fucking god, that was amazing.
It was
You
amazing,
know what else?
but
You know what other vibe I was
You know.
getting was Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas.
sure.
I
yeah.
totally get that too.
Even the blue
She is a
skin.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, even
She
the
is a
blue skin,
Frankenstein.
you know. Which, so yeah, obviously she's a derivative
I'm
of
digging it.
Frankenstein, but as far as like
I'm digging it.
the actual aesthetic, you know, with like the stitching and the blue coloration and
That's
all
the
of that, I don't know. I
patchwork,
just
yeah.
the patchwork. Yeah, it was cool.
Thank you for putting that in my head, because unfortunately now I see him. I see him, and I'm only going to hear, whenever he speaks, I'm hearing Catherine O'Hara now for the rest of the, whenever I
Aw.
watch Frankenstein now. And
Which is
that's not a bad
A
thing.
compliment. High compliment
No,
if you ask
Catherine
me.
O'Hara.
Catherine
always
O'Hara
a good
is a queen
So-
in my book, forever and for always.
Catherine
So yes. But honestly, yeah, no, I see the Penny Dreadful too.
What did
So did you guys notice when the monster was on his like cruciform thing that he kind of looked like Lilith from Evangelion?
Yes,
Mm.
I haven't seen
but we
that?
talked about that.
Well,
Have
me
I-
and you talked about it, but you know,
Have I seen that?
the
I-
cartoon,
I-
you know, the anime.
Oh, thank God you said it was okay, no, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that manga yet.
Come on, go watch it. What are you doing?
People have been
We're
trying.
talking to us.
Let me
I
tell
know.
you. This,
They've been trying to get me- it's okay.
Robot.
oh, let me
It's
see.
okay.
What?
They've been trying to get me to watch it too, and it just stays on my watch list, and I keep
CA,
forgetting.
you are not in the emotional capacity to watch Evangelion right now.
Thank
Say
you.
no, hard
Okay,
no.
Thank you. Okay.
No,
People
not
have
for
been
you.
Probably a good call. It is a hardcore show.
Yeah, yeah.
Del Toro is a very big fan of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
Okay.
He loves it. That's part
Okay.
of the reason he made Pacific Rim. the way
Pacific
he
Rim.
made it.
I love myself a Pacific Rim.
Victor Frankenstein, he's a giant asshole, you know.
Also
Victor
an
Frankenstein
asshole.
is the
Good.
asshole.
So
Good
that
job.
part where the monster is talking to him, he's like, "Yo, come on, man." And Elizabeth walks in. It's her wedding night, and Victor pulls a gun and shoots her by accident, and then tries to pin it on the monster. That was a
Right.
great sequence. Not so much like it was kind of abrupt, but I liked where the monster was walking with Elizabeth. Yes. This is the woman, this is the only person he connected with. She's in her wedding
Yeah.
gown, but she's not his bride. He's not entitled to her. Her love, her beauty, her kindness, her gentleness. All he gets is death and
And I like
sadness.
how they alluded to the fact that she was almost going to be that bride for him.
Could have been.
because but if that had happened, I was like, oh fuck, they're gonna
I
add
see what you're
another
saying.
hour.
Yeah. So that's something I was expecting, right? Because
Right.
you have the stupid Kenneth Branagh movie where HBC gets resurrected as the bride, and then you have the Junji Ito where they do something very similar.
Well,
Instead,
it's the
nothing happens.
1985's The Bride also does that with Sting. It's
okay.
the same with that too, and he actually takes the time and treats her how to be a person.
Right.
Yeah,
That was really interesting, though.
I do like that they subverted this and didn't take it there. I actually
They
loved
didn't take it there. So when Victor's at his tower, right?
Oh.
All the architecture outside is so massive. He's framed against these like huge stones. And to me, it was like, he's so arrogant. He doesn't realize how in over his head he is with all this Narishkite, you know? Like, it's huge. It's falling apart. And he's like, you know?
But that big Medusa sculpture in the back, holy God, that was gorgeous.
And that reminds me. So, Del Toro did something really inspired. So, no adaptation of Frankenstein has done the specter of Victor's mother, who appears in the book in her burial gown. Like, he's dreading the coming of death. Because, you know, they do linger over his mother's death and her horrifyingly scary gothic sarcophagus. In the movie, though, it's not his mother. It's this dark angel.
The angel of death, yeah.
Surrounded by
angel or
Promethean
whatever it is,
hellfire.
Yeah.
Again, Promethean hellfire. I can't stress that enough, right? Because
the name of the book is Frankenstein or A Modern Prometheus.
Exactly.
Because it's literally based off of that. Yes.
Well,
mythology.
because her husband, Percy, who, you know, he had written, of course, Prometheus Unbound, they were atheists, they were very anti-Catholicism, so Satan, Prometheus, these were things they liked as libertines, you know?
Did you see the movie? You saw the movie Gothic, right?
Ooh,
yes, with Gabriel Byrne and Timothy Spall and Julian Sands.
There you go.
There we go.
It's all about the telling of
That's my
how
jam.
Frankenstein was created. It is phenomenal.
That's my jam. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is one of my like classic favorite movies. Like, it's a fever dream. It has like, it's like Gothic and Lynch like melded together and made this insane movie.
Yeah, agreed.
Del Toro's Frankenstein, I would definitely say that this movie is not for everyone. This movie is for us, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because, so like normies, right? Like I bring up The Shape of Water and they're like, oh, is that the movie where a fish fucks a woman? And I'm like,
every time. It's like, conversation's over.
Get your mind out of the gutter, motherfucker. Like,
you have people say that?
Yes,
all the time.
All the time.
Oh, yeah.
And that movie, sadly, is a movie I would point most people to, but like, you know, like the average person, that's where their head is. They're like, didn't you fill up the bathtub with water and like they had sex? Like, and it's like, you know, if it was Dracula, you wouldn't care, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because I don't really, thank God, I don't really have any friends like that where I would say that and they would say that bullshit. Because it took a while to weed away those people who would say that. But if I heard somebody say that to me, I'm with you. I'm like, yeah, to the bar. I'm sorry, we don't have any tables for you. To the bar.
Bye.
To the bar.
So like, yeah, this movie is, so someone like us, like we loved it. Like, because I was trying to explain to my boyfriend, this is a true Gothic. Like Gothics have the comedy of manners stuff where they're talking, oh, Lady Windermere, blah, 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 you know, and there's like huge castles and tapestries and all that Narishkite. But the thing is that like, my boyfriend, right, who did not like this movie, he loved Nosferatu, the Eggers movie, and that was also a true Gothic, right? But it wasn't slow for him. It wasn't boring for him. So,
thank God. Everybody I've talked to who saw Nosferatu was sitting there going, "Oh, it's too slow. It's too slow."
No. Nosferatu is a masterpiece. This movie is not as good as Nosferatu. The monster stuff is almost as good, but it's too flawed.
Let me tell you, if we're going to be talking about Nosferatu,
it does have more flaws than Nosferatu, for sure.
Nosferatu is like a masterpiece.
My last take, because I'll be wrapping up here soon, but it's not even really about the movie. This is just something I need to say, like, because I think we always have to, in you know, honor of the theme of this story in and of itself, like giving credit to the creator, to the maker of this incredible story. The fact that an 18-year-old girl wrote this book 200 years ago, 207 years ago, whatever it is at this point. And we are still in 2025 talking about it. Like, I just need to give my Mary Shelley props. Like, the toast, our toast tonight is gonna be to her because, like, unbelievable.
Mary Shelley,
Mary
all the way.
Yes.
Mary Shelley.
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute. Yes.
Mary Shelley,
This
guys.
is drink wine. Yes. You know, you are not lying. You're absolutely right. I mean, to the fact that 18, a woman was allowed to do.
Well, she wasn't. She published the book under a pseudonym.
Exactly.
It was cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she
okay.
never
I was
knew her mom
wondering.
though, but
So
I know.
I have this tiny excerpt from, let's see, it was in the New Yorker. I kind of had to skip around to get it because I'm not paying for the New Yorker, but I have this tiny clip. Let's see. When she was 18 years old, 2 years after she'd become pregnant with her first child, a baby she did not name. Nurse the baby, she had written in her diary, day after day until the 11th day. I woke in the night to give it suck. It appeared to be sleeping so quietly that I would not awaken it. And then, in the morning, I found my baby dead. With grief at the loss came a fear of a fever from the milk. Her breasts were swollen, inflamed, unsucked. Her sleep, too, grew fevered. Dream that my little baby came to life again. That it had only been cold, and that we rubbed it before the fire and it lived. And she wrote in her diary, awake and find no baby. Pregnant only weeks later, she was likely still nursing her second baby when she started writing Frankenstein. By the way, I think she was like 18. Yeah, and pregnant with her third by the time she finished. She didn't put her name on her book. She published Frankenstein anonymously in 1818, not least out of a concern that she might lose custody of her children. And she didn't give her monster a name either. So...
That's something.
By the way, the name of the monster is, of course, Frankenstein. The name of the doctor is, of course, Jekyll. So don't at me.
Don't eat. I haven't done it once. I haven't done it once this entire time. I have kept my mouth shut. I'm being good, okay?
Okay, what am I missing? What?
He always says, he calls Frankenstein's creature Frankenstein, and I'm like, that's the doctor, that's not the creature. They're two different things, and I go off on him. Like, he's laughing super hard right now because I haven't done it once tonight.
Adrian, if the monster's name is not Frankenstein, then why is the movie I, Frankenstein called I, Frankenstein when the doctor's not in it?
Because it's a piece of crap.
You know, I only watched I, Frankenstein because I love myself some Bill Nighy, right?
Bill Nighy is everything.
He's a demon prince.
Yeah. So when he was all up in the underworld movies, I'm like, oh, he's going to be in another crap movie? Awesome. I'm down.
Oh, gotta watch it.
I'm down.
There's a war going on that the humans don't know about. Between who? Between gargoyles and demons. Like, duh.
And
In this movie, in the Del Toro version, they actually did give the monster, like, there was that scene where he was like, that's my name too, or something like that. There was like,
Now, I do appreciate
the monster calls himself Mr.
Right, 'cause
Claire.
I'm right about that, right? There was a scene where he said something like that, where he also named himself Victor, or did Victor name him Victor? It was something like that, because it was the only word he could say or whatever.
Oh, yes. It was when he was having his deathbed thing, like, I apologize for everything. Now you should go forgive yourself because you killed only because I made you that way. I made your circumstances that way. So
no, there was
forgive
something
yourself
more
for that.
towards the beginning of the movie when he was like first made and like before he could really fully talk in this movie, in the Del Toro version, he couldn't fully talk yet.
I thought it was more like, I thought it was more that he said that like that word meant everything to him.
I remember that part. I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I feel like, and I thought when it happened, my brain clocked it as like, this is interesting. It's almost as if, because Del Toro is aware that here in 2025, so many people do mistakenly refer to the monster as Frankenstein, it was as if he wrote a scene into this movie to justify it. I swear, I remember there was a part where he said something about like that was his name too. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
So I have this special I have this special transformer. It's a collaboration with Universal. It's Frankentron. And as you can see, it's green. He has his hand stretched out. He's got the lightning thing that brought him to life.
Oh, that's the lightning thing. Because I'm sorry, I thought that was the top of its head. I was like, oh my God.
No.
We're taking young Frankenstein and turn it into something completely different.
That's exactly
I'm
what I
just
thought.
saying, it's not Creaturetron, it's Frankentron, okay? So Hasbro knows what's up, all right? We have fun here.
How many toys do you actually own? And this is
Don't
not a
ask him
question.
that.
This
Don't
is
get
not
him
a question to
started.
judge. This is a question
Were we counting my Gwar action figures?
because you got to keep in mind, I've got a billion fucking books in this house, right? And I'm I'm proud of myself and depressed about myself because every time I watch an episode of Hoarders, I'm like, well, I'm not that bad.
Nah, I have more books than toys, honestly. I don't know what to do with them all, so yeah.
What about the rest of you guys? How many billions of books do you have in your home?
Too many.
It's a lot. 1, 2, 3, at least 4 bookshelves worth, and then like stacks and weird piles everywhere, not on those
Good.
shelves.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Del Toro's Frankenstein. I personally loved it. I was not really let down. I do think that it was indulgent. I think that, there might be some good fan edits. I would love to see a director's cut, which fixes the pacing a bit. But I loved it. I thought it was great. This is definitely one of my favorite versions of the monster and this story in general. This is probably, you can't beat the 30s movie, right? That's the best.
Right.
But I love this movie, and I'm so happy it came out. I'm so glad it's close to spooky season. John, what would you say about the movie?
It was a typical experience when I watch a Guillermo del Toro film where everything beautiful, and then you suddenly hit with brutality, and then you suddenly hit with honesty, and you're really overwhelmed by a wonderful amount of poetry. And I think I rhymed them by accident. But anyway, but I thought it was really, I think I rhymed. I was rapping by accident. No, but I really thought it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. I can't wait to own it. I really can't wait to own it so I can really study it some more.
I can't wait to see what he does in the second one,
Because they do open it up for a new movie, right? Didn't they?
No.
Come on. He walks off into the ice, but he's looking at the sun.
It's how the book ends. It's how the book ends.
That's the ending.
Oh,
I
really?
would say, my final thoughts and words are, it's a huge recommend for me to anybody that loves gothic media of any kind, literature, film, anything of that nature. If you claim to love that genre, you will love this movie. It's for fans of Guillermo del Toro. So if you like Guillermo del Toro. So if you like him, you'll like this movie. You'll like this movie for sure. I always know it's like a sign of a good movie when I want to watch it again, like really soon thereafter. Like my most favorite movies are the ones where I'm like, oh, within the same week, I'm going to watch it more than once. And so I, watched it over the weekend. Like I said, I watched it in 2 parts, but I'm like ready to watch it again. Honestly, I loved it that much. So yeah, definitely a huge recommend. Yeah. Big thumbs up for me.
I agree with that.
If you love monsters, if you love Frankenstein, if you love Del Toro, what are you doing? Go watch it. Great movie. With that said, thanks for watching. Do click that fucking subscribe button or I'll come get you. I'm King Loke, at demonlandbooks.com. Go read my books or don't. I don't care. Do follow this podcast though, and do check out Death Wish Poetry Magazine. We have physical editions now. CA, of course, can be found at Embracing Divergence and also embracingdivergence.com, and also the Instagram link down below. CA, you want to talk about your business website thingy?
Yep. I help creatives be as creative as they want to be. If you're stuck, if you're needing help and like a push forward to get through a block or to create something new, give birth to something new, hit me up. I love doing that. That's my favorite type of work to do. I do a million other things, obviously, but embracingdivergence.com is where you can find me for that. And if you just want to follow my shenanigans as a human being, my actual Instagram handle is linked below.
It's a fun time. John, pluggables. What you got?
Okay, plug me. I am. You find me if you can't find me, it's because you're not looking. Like you type in my name, and it's like I'm like. My website officially is johndimescomics.wibbly.com. And I got way too much stuff for you to pour through simply because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with the website. I got my artwork that I'm doing, and I got my writing that I have, and obviously my Dr. Sarcofiguy stuff, which is also on YouTube under John Dimes's Antiperspirant Pictures Productions. And just type in my name. You'll find me. It's really... If you're not looking for me, it's because you're just... my favorite movie that I'm in. Melissa LaMartina, wife to Chris LaMartina, both directors, For Sale by Exorcist. Go to Tubi. You got to see that movie. I'm in that. It's fun. Fun movie.
Link to the Wikipedia page below. We'll get that from you later. Yeah, for sure. Before we do the actual like wrap up, well, I have to still talk about Adrian real fast, but I was watching some of your stuff, your Elvira kind of stuff, where you like introduce a movie and you do little skits. That stuff is fucking great.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Like I know it goes back a bit, but I was really enjoying it. I was watching it at work, you know.
I appreciate that. And gosh, thank you for having me on this. This is the stuff that I do when like this weekend and my friend anniversary with my friends Dixie and Amanda and her husband. This conversation that we've had right here.
Yeah.
This
exactly
is why this podcast
what I
exists.
Pretty
we
much.
do it for fun anyway. We might as well mic up and let other people listen.
Oh, I love these kind of conversations where I can be a blurred geek person.
Yes. So I want to do Adrian's thing. So Adrian is having technical issues, but she is of course the founder of the Horror Film Art Society of Amarillo, and also the editor of Goblin Crypt Art and Culture magazine. Follow her below, or else. Yeah, that's it. Write poetry, make art, and fucking love your demons. Ave Satanis. Cool.
Bravo!
We did it.